Welcome, and hello. This is Andrew. This is Blake Newbar's High Performance Call. It is July 1st. We've had a month and a half of all sorts of amazing things. I mean, a number of months. But we kicked off in May an affirmations challenge and continued that through. It was supposed to be 30 days. It's still kind of rolling. But what we're doing is modifying that group. So if you're not yet a part of it, I'm going to give you some stuff to think about today, the official kickoff for this challenge for the next 30 days, because July's got 31. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about it today so you can think some. We're kicking it off officially tomorrow. If you haven't yet, you can still join that, the affirmations group. It's going to be modified to be a challenge group, the 30-day rolling challenge group. Now, this is what I want to talk about this month. It is, look, it's summer here in the US. I know some of you guys around the world, it may not be summer, but some of you guys have kids out of school. Some of you guys, the kids are long gone, and summer doesn't mean anything different when it comes to work. But I want it to mean something different this year. I want it to be a month of adventure and experiences and something new. A month where you do something to grow a little bit. And I don't care if you're in your 20s or if you're in your 80s. I want you to experience some new stuff in life. Now, there's a couple of great movies. Today, I want you to pick one of these to go watch or study a little bit about. I've talked about a couple of these before. So number one is El Camino, or The Way, and it's got Martin Short in it. Not Martin Short, Martin Sheen. That'd be a much different movie with Martin Short. Martin Sheen is in that movie. Emilio Estevez plays a small role in it. I believe he directs it. But I want you to go watch that. It's The Way, right? You guys know what I'm talking. Isn't that the title? The correct title?
Yeah.
So the movie talks about El Camino de Santiago, right?
Oh.
It's a Maria. Am I not saying that right? Were you correcting me? What's up? No? All right. So it's a movie about a pathway in Europe called El Camino de Santiago. It's the pathway of St. James. Talks about the pilgrimage that he took towards his final resting place. Now, there's a couple of different versions of the pathway. It is a pilgrimage that thousands of people go on every single year. It's an absolutely amazing. It's one of the things on my bucket list. You know, I've talked about this before, but it was a movie that it's one that makes you sit there and think. A busy man, busy with his career, busy with his life, doesn't have the same relationship that he thought he'd have with his son. His son goes to walk El Camino, and something happens, and he passes away right at the start of his journey. Now, I'm not giving away the movie here because that happens in the first 5 minutes. And it's the journey that this dad goes on to go on this journey instead of his son. And it's absolutely spectacular. The other movie that I want you to watch, one of these two, or at least highlights of, you can find both of them on Amazon. You can probably find them on, Netflix or find them somewhere online. I know they're on Amazon. May cost you like $3. The other one is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Okay. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Has anyone seen that? Michael? Good.
Years ago, I did.
Did you?
I don't remember it though. I just remember the name, and I saw it years ago.
So it's a movie with Ben Stiller. Go ahead, Michael.
When it came out, yeah.
Michael, you got
Andrew, you should see the original then. And Danny Kaye in it.
Yeah, I must have seen the original.
There's a Danny Kaye version. Okay, I will have to watch it. I grew up watching Danny Kaye. My mom, The Court Jester, and The Chalice with the Palace is the Brew That Is True. I've been there, seen a few Danny Kaye, so I'll have to watch the original. So this is a more modern version. This particular one, I didn't know there was an original, but I remember seeing it not far after my divorce, when I was feeling a lot like Walter, where I was just kind of lost in this haze walking through life. And it is visually, it's a very cool movie. It's a great story. It's all sorts of fun. So watch the original, watch this one, but pick one of them up. Now, one of the reasons for that is because in that movie, kind of same type of thing. He works at Time Magazine. He works in the photography department, but he's never actually experienced any of these adventures or these amazing things outside of his imagination. And so he finally takes a step on that pathway to do something different. That's where I want us to look at this month, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to experience some different things. Now, these are a couple of images from El Camino de Santiago. And the question really becomes, guys, when was the last time that you went on a journey that you chose? That you said, this is something I'm going to do, not just a family vacation that's planned from start to finish in every single minute of every single day, and you're running around and then you get back and you're like, I need a break from my break. But when was the last time you went on some kind of journey that that brought you outside of your normal pathway, right? So here's a couple of the principal pathways to Del Camino de Santiago, right? There's a couple of different versions. There's all sorts of reasons that people do this. Spiritual reasons, they walk to connect and discover a deeper meaning in life. Spiritually, exercise and well-being, adventure, and the ability to just surrender to the moment, to the adventure, and just enjoy the journey. You get to disconnect in order to reconnect, right? And then you get to have some fun. So the question is when will be the next time you go on a journey that you chose? Here's your challenge. We're going to start this today. I want this month, now, taking off for El Camino de Santiago, heading up into the Catskills, walking the, there's a couple of different pathways like that, hikes all over the US and everywhere around the world. I'm sure there's quite a few of them, right? For those of you guys down in Australia, it's time to go and walk about, whatever it is, the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Northwest, there's a couple of them along the coast. There's a number of these. Now, if you're able to go out and do a short one, a long one, any of these, that's great. Here's what I want you guys to sit and do though. Whether this is a weekend getaway, or it's an hour hike, or it's a walk through a botanical garden that's nearby. There's maybe a city garden here in Orlando. There's a couple of different things within a short distance. I want you to find something throughout this month. We're going to be doing new challenges. It doesn't have to just be nature. It could be the first time you try some workout. You're willing to try some type of cuisine that you haven't before. You're going to do something and experience it and document it in some way for you to remember and share. Now I'm going to come up with some kind of, prize towards the end of the month. We'll do some kind of drawing for those that upload at least a couple of different experiences. So I'm going to say a minimum of one a week. Some of you guys are going to do more, and that's great, but something small, something large every week going forward this month and hopefully into the future. But does that make sense with everybody? Basic challenge. So today you're going to sit down and you're going to start to think of a handful of different things that you can do over the course of the next month. Some of them are going to take more planning. Absolutely. Some of them are going to be fairly brief. You're going to be able to write them down. It's going to be, hot yoga for the very first time. I think most of the gentlemen on here have never done hot yoga, maybe a few of the ladies. Very cool experience. I don't know, I don't know if I'll repeat it, but it's something I got to check off my list, right? Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's going to a Japanese restaurant and doing omakase for the first time. It's going in and eating tripe at a Latin restaurant that you've never had before, right? Carolyn's making the face, but hey, I'm not saying I'm a fan, but it's something new. It's something different. I want everybody to be able to find something that's on that bucket list, even if it's something small. Let's expand our experiences. Okay. So, a couple of mine, I've never run a 10K. Like I was in track. I used to I don't like running distances. I'm going to go do it. I'm just going to find, and 10K in July in Florida. So it'll be fun. So that's one thing. I'm going to find a handful of others and I'm going to share those with you by tomorrow morning. I'm going to create my list. So your challenge today, guys, is to create a list for yourself and share at least a couple of them. Give us an idea what you plan to do. Okay. Something that you've never done. Now, for some of you, filming a video and putting it on social media can absolutely be that experience, right? It could be reaching out to someone that you've never, that you've always kind of thought about and you wanted to reach out. Do not overhydrate on your run. Overhydrate, underhydrate. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that. It's just being able to walk the next day. It'll be fun. But I want everybody to think of an experience. Can anybody think of something right off the top of their head that they're just going to use this? It's been sitting in their bucket list and they've been going, you know what? You just need that reason to do it. And you finally, this should be it. Hartley, you've got something you want to throw out there? You had your hand raised, or does somebody else have something they want to share?
I do, Andrew.
Okay. Go for it.
Eliyahu or Eli here. For a long time, I've had on my list, list to do something in a pool. I had a brain aneurysm years ago, so it took away some of my intellect. And there's this guy, Win Winger. He's a neuroscientist, and he said something to help increase your brain power is to spend, and I forget, I have it written down somewhere. I have his article about 20 hours underwater, not all at once, but I mean, within a certain span of time. It's like 7 days or 12 days, and you time yourself. So you go underwater, and it has to add up to, I think it was 20 to 30 hours within X amount of days. And that helps your brain. Now, he could be wrong, but I'm going to try it.
That's cool.
And you just gave me, I've been thinking about it. So now it's
time to just do it.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I mean, that pool is like a 2-minute walk from me. So
good.
So thank you for this. That's
absolutely. Let's just make that happen. All right, here you go.
Sir.
That's the YouTube link. You guys can click on that, watch a little trailer for The Way. Neuroplasticity, El Camino with an A. Yeah. So Maria, I'm sure that's what it is down in, Latin countries speaking full Spanish, but The Way is there, sending something to a person I met at a retreat who I would like to have as a mentor. There you go, Michelle. Awesome. Good. All right. Oh, everybody got the idea. Real simple. Come up with a list, at least 4 things that you're going to do. What I recommend doing is making a list of a few more in case one doesn't work. You got some backups. Some of you going to, feel free to share. Okay. Share inside the group, going for the free pilot class. Liz, that's awesome. Please take a picture up in the air. That would be fantastic. Hot air balloon. There you go. All right. Have we got an idea?
I was going to say,
yes, Hartley.
I went to business school that was very international and met, I want to say, about 150 people, all from different countries. I was the only Canadian admitted there. And there's probably 20 people there I haven't spoken to in 20 years. So
time to reach
good
out.
Opportunity to reach out to them.
Yeah. All right, guys.
I think I saw Juliana's hand go up a few times.
Oh no, I was just reaching for my coffee.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
make it a new experience. Go get some matcha. All right. Do something. Everybody have some ideas, simple and big. Do something and then share it. Right. Let's experience some life this month. We have spent 14, 15 months locked up in a way with the pandemic. I don't care where you're at in the world. In one way or another, there's been stuff going on. There are legitimate concerns that are coming up more and more and more with people that are experiencing a form of COVID PTSD, right? There are things that happen from social distancing. There are things that happen when you stay locked up. There are things that change. It messes with the biology of your brain, not spending any time with anybody. And we've got, 15 to 30 minutes a day where we're all kind of here looking at least other people's faces. Look, I've been working from home solo for a number of years. This is the biggest interaction that I get socially. And then the little bit that I was able to do normally, gym and grocery stores or going and doing other little things like that, that was the only in-person interaction I had outside of family. And they took that away. Guys, we need to find things to wake up our brains again, to show that we can still experience life. And if you're in an area that doesn't want you in group settings, that's fine, because nature doesn't require you to be around other people. Go out and go for a walk in a place that you've never been and spend time actually looking at what's in front of you. If you've never been to a theme park, find something somewhere in the country. Find something within where you got to drive for a couple of hours to get there. There's some cool spots, no matter where you're at in the world. I guarantee within a couple of hours, there are some amazing things around you that you haven't experienced yet. Right? Lynn's sitting in Prescott, Arizona, where I grew up. I can't tell you how long I stayed there without going to the Grand Canyon, just up the road. If any of you guys are out west and you haven't been to the Grand Canyon or Zion National Park or Sedona or places in New Mexico and Colorado, here you go. Time to go. You know, if you're up in the Tennessee area, hit up the Smoky Mountains, go on a zip line course, or guys, anywhere in the world, find something. Go out and experience it. Make your list, share it with the group. If you're not part of that group yet, reach out to your accountability rep or send me an email. I will send you guys the link. Tomorrow, we will officially kick it off. I will be posting some stuff in that group and we will get started. We're going to conquer our July, just like James Lawrence conquered his 100. Let's go out and be amazing. Love you guys. Have a